Hello, my name's Amy. I am a yoga instructor and I work in transformational healing arts. I own and operate Shruti, Berkshire Yoga Center down in Great Barrington with a team of angels. Shruti means that which is heard or revealed through direct experience. This is my first yoga teacher. This is my dad. He's with my niece, but that could have well been me about 30 years ago. He has a light touch. If you've seen the movie Buck, then you know how far a gentle touch and a good heart goes. It's principles I've been able to adhere to for many years now. I sort of inherited it. I'm really trying to stand by the motto of being strong enough to be, or being strong enough to be gentle. And different capacities of work I've really leaned onto the power of love and the wisdom of the heart in therapeutic wilderness guiding, in teaching, in yoga. This is a picture of 2 feet. This is taken in South India. This represents 2 feet of the guru. 1 foot represents your inner teacher, the teacher that comes forth from your own inner wisdom, and the other foot represents outer teachers or outer gurus, which come in many forms. This is taken in a shala in South India in Mysore. It's a Ashtanga yoga lineage of practice, and this is a typical day in the shala. This is what keeps me going in the practice, is having this family who really focuses on family despite the efforts of people putting their leg behind their head and their deep, deep efforts. Bob Thurman says that when we're happy, we don't know that we're happy. This is like a paradox of life. Like, we can't really know that we're happy. If we think that we're happy, we're automatically not happy. It's kind of an interesting thing to be in this human experience and wonder about happiness. There's a book called The Mirror of Yoga, and Richard Freeman says that the particular beliefs and techniques, the specifics of the art a guru transmits in yoga are secondary to the essential love and relationship that are established in the present moment between student and teacher. I was naturally drawn to Peruvian shamanism in the Amazon and in the Caro Indian tribe of the Andes, working with the elements, earth, wind, water, fire, and archetypes, animals that I'll go through in the next few slides and explain a little bit about that you might feel experientially. So love for the Mother Earth is revered, and it's such a big part of this culture. Always, first thing in the morning, throughout the day, there's always this love for the Mother Earth. So if you can take and pause what it would be like to spend your days just honoring and loving your own mother and also Mother Earth for all that she provides and all that she teaches clearly. The animal archetype associated with it is Serpent, and it helps us release what we don't need anymore, the heaviness of accumulation over time that we can shed and give back to that fixity and solidity of Mother Earth. These lessons have been pretty integral since I began studying these paradigms. The second archetype, archetypical animal is Jaguar, Puma, the instincts of a cat, fearlessness, being able to protect, being able to focus, being able to really protect that life, that origin of being here, of being on the earth, or being like a serpent and being belly to belly with Pachamama. The third is Hummingbird, and this is a reflection of a willingness to kind of go for it, against the odds of being too small for the project, to keep going. We get hung up as humans. We get a little hung up in this center around getting kind of resentful and disappointment and not accepting things. But if we can stay on course, it can be a lot of fun. This is Stanley. He has really embraced condor perspective, bird's eye view. He's a journalist who started out not being able to turn his back on a woman he met who was a trafficked worker in India, and one by one has been helping people over the last 20 years, developing a project to create safe homes and transitional programs for rescued women and children, and has assisted thousands of people. This is also centered in South India. It's called Eau de Naughty, and it's a highly successful program, and it has global fundraising events annually. And it's nice to see that laughter and a return to kind of an original soul despite wounds that might come our way is possible. And she's definitely a representation of that simple joy, that inner joy. I had an opportunity with my grandfather to experience sort of a return to the original soul, and maybe something like the light within, or consciousness, or something like that, that's beyond mind and body. I walked into his room in the last days he was here, a couple months ago, and I said, "Poppy, what's on your mind these days?" And he goes, that right there is the problem. Absolutely nothing. And he was mad. He was so mad that nothing was on his mind. And I was like, well, you know, you're not the first person who's ever done this. Let's look at this. These are the sunset years, you know, not really much to do. Or we'd laugh about how, you know, you thought it'd get easier. So we went through a series of releasing, you know, the heaviness. We went through that totem archetype of letting go of what we don't need anymore, of having fearlessness, of a willingness, of trusting the heart in the condor spaces. And it served a very peaceful passing. It was really lovely. It was quite a success. So, Yeah, Bob, I wanted to mention, Bob Thurman mentions that when the drama of our own lives becomes too small a theater for our intelligence, then enlightenment begins. So I know for sure, and I've witnessed a lot, that peace within is it's never too late for peace within, hopefully not peace on earth. And the Quechua people of Peru don't have a word for thank you. They say, I release the dove from my heart. So thank you.